There you go. Those are the goddesses of the bagpipe. By name, the Snake Charmer, the Phantom Piper, and of course, the Dame of Drones. Archie J, Jane Espy, Chelsea Joy. They are goddesses of bagpipe. I don't know, something kind of sexy about a woman in her bagpipes. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to leave it right there. Leave it out for everyone to enjoy. But there you go. That does come from our lobby soundtrack. I don't know if it was you, Gus Dog, that put the mix in there, but yeah, there you go. Another tune from our lobby soundtrack in the ward. That means if you got a song that you'd like to hear to help open up the show, throw it in the lobby soundtrack. We'll get it on eventually. We will get it on. Bang a gong. Get it on. Nah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know where my brain is at. I guess I should probably. You know what? I will. I'll tell the story because it's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very rabid squirrels. Where's that? It's gotta be somewhere. And I put the bloody picture out there somewhere. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay. So, I got my new stove in, right? This is maybe 5 days ago? 4 days ago? I think we're rolling on the 5th day. So, because I'm not a fan, if I'm doing TV dinners, I'm not a fan of putting them in the microwave. Do not like it at all. Because, shit, when you put it in the microwave, it's all rubbery and stuff. And bleh. Well, yeah, I'm old school, man. I will fire up the oven just to cook one TV dinner. And I did. And I got this new convection oven. It works great. And it was cheap as hell. And it didn't smell like mice had been living and pissing in it for a couple of months. Which is what the other one smelled like. That's why we had to get rid of it. Oh, besides the fact that it didn't work. Okay, so I got my beer battered chicken fingers, and for my no context tweet, I got this as well. There you go. Put that bad boy out there for everybody to see and love. So, yeah, burn the fucking shit out of my left hand. I mean, okay, blessing curse thing. You ready? I've got diabetic neuropathy, so the exterior of my hand, the outside of my hand, damn it, the outside of my hand, from basically my middle finger over to the pinky, I can't feel. So I'm pulling my TV dinner out because I got it on a baking stone. I'm pulling the baking stone out. And I did not feel myself burning myself, but I did hear the sizzle. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So, you do the normal thing, running under lukewarm water. And I was waiting for it to bubble up. Well, there's a picture of it bubbled up after like day 4 or day 5, somewhere around there. So I've been dealing with this damn thing, and everybody's just like, pop it, pop it, drain it, blah blah blah. And my Irish twin sister is a nurse, and so she threw the picture on to this nursing forum, and the answers rained back. Do not pop it. Let it pop by itself. And that's my grandfather's theory. He's like, you know what? nature will tell you when you need to take over. Don't automatically pop it. Let it pop by itself. Once it does, then you take over. And the one thing that they told me was make sure that you take your temperature. If you start getting a temperature, it's definitely time to pop it and drain it. I don't have a thermometer. When I left the ghetto mansion to be here at the spacious bachelor pad of balls, I did not take a thermometer with me. And I didn't have, honestly, I didn't have the oomph to go out and buy a thermometer today. Just didn't feel like it. I did though take a rotary polishing tool, and like the place that I moved into, the guys who were doing the touch-ups were very splattery, so I removed all the paint from the countertops, all the paint spots from the countertop, which has been there for like fucking years. All the paint from every one of the mirrors, and I also removed paint and grunge from the cabinets, the wooden cabinets, and I've got a buffing tool, so basically I sanded it out. I just polished it out, and that's all I did today. Besides the fact that in the mail, I did get 2 very large oven mitts. So now I won't burn the shit out of my hands. There you go. Well, I guess I could just show you a picture. Let me pull it up here. I like the backpack thing. It's a rocket. So here, I'll no context tweet. They were $5 oven mitts, so this is not necessarily my taste in oven mitts, but they were black and gold, and they are big old thick cotton oven mitts. That'll cover my hands. I can't believe how much time I spent on frickin' eBay. I'm just like, I just need cheap oven mitts. And I want mitts. They got these little things that you put your, like your fingers go in the top part, your thumb goes in the bottom part, and it's like a little shark mouth. And they're, I forget what you call them. The rubbery stuff. It's slipping my mind, so forgive me. But, yeah, silicone. There we go, silicone. So I decided, no, I don't want those fucking things because it only covers like your fingers. And the thing I burnt the shit out of that you guys can, by the way, if you guys are all familiar with the no context tweet, if you're not, then there's a link down there. You can go straight to Der Twitter and see my no context tweets. And when Caduck comes around, if she has a no context tweet, her Twitter is down there too. So you can always find that. Good God. Alright. Grant Imahara from Mythbusters died from a brain aneurysm. Wow. So yeah, by the way, my hand, it was my left hand that I burned. It's wrapped kind of like a mummy, because when you do it, you're supposed to not like wrap it like you're taping shut a package to send to China. It's supposed to be a little bit breathable, and of course, I used to visit the wound care center quite a bit because I fucked up my legs, and I have jars of silver sulfadiazine, which is like the best antibiotic shit that you can put on cuts and abrasions and shit. You can apply it directly to the dermis. So, got that. So I just need to figure out whether it's hot in here or whether I've got a fever. Because if I got a fever, I'm going to have to pop it. Because that means that I'm infected. Yeah, actually, because I just wrapped it in gauze. So, your mama's a dermis. So, let me go ahead and while Kadunti's finishing up stuff, you will forgive her. I'm sure she'll run in with the sup bitches, but you will forgive her for not addressing as I am addressing currently. So let's do some good morning, shall we? Good morning to one of our immortals, Ghost Dog 999. Good morning to the Pants Ninja. Good morning, Full Metal Pickle. Good morning, Buzz of the Hive. Good morning, RYNO. Good morning, Dual Wheel. Nice to see you around. Good morning, Wikipedia Snippet. Nice to see you as well. Good morning, Johnny Hellcat. No, I'm not going to use the silicone ones. Fuck it. Ain't going to happen. And that's everybody who's in the chat that's made themselves known. So we're going to flip to the big screen. Okay, now, supposedly, theoretically, rumor has it that Streamlabs might not be broken anymore. Good morning, Mr. LM. And good morning, WR Costa. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take the broken off of there. And if it happens, if we get the dono, we'll see something move. Doesn't matter. You know me. The shits that I could give. It's just nice to have people around so we can talk and hopefully break this sobriety that we call consciousness. That we can actually become asleep, because sleeping, it's good for you. Good morning, Pants.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Me still. By the way, good morning, Slappy Get, right? So, yeah, apparently, okay, this has been a 4-month odyssey. I mean, longer than fucking Homer.
Oh.
About this whole Streamlabs thing. I don't know if it's fixed or not. They said it was fixed. I have been emailing back and forth, but then again, Streamlabs gets back to you about every 5 to 7 days. So they've been dragging this fucking thing out, and it's been 3 months now.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that before.
Yeah, maybe 3, maybe 4. I don't know, because I mean, it's not. I'm not playing Dark Side Phil like, oh man, gotta have those donos. No, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I like the interactivity when people do the boss fights and everything. That's fun to me.
You gotta enjoy it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna throw hands, throw hands.
It's very. I prefer the interactive stuff myself. You know.
Yeah, it's because if I'm boring the fuck out of them, they can also directly send me a notice and say, "Hey, you're boring the fuck out of me." Oh shit. Let me take a look here. I think I just saw one. Oh my fucking god! Does it actually work? That is amazing.
What are we looking at?
Apparently I gotta fuck. I did it the wrong way. I gotta do wait, okay, I gotta do this. because there's a new funky way that I have to get into Streamlabs, so I can. The thing I really missed was reading people's, you know,
Messages,
yeah,
stuff, right?
yeah. Ghost Dog, thank you, sir. Drop $3 to say, is it fixed now? I believe it is. Woot!
At that.
And yeah, I'm only up there just because that's what the guy told me. I had to reset this and that, so the only thing that's there is me. I'm a paper champion, guys. So I will never be in my own hall of the immortals. So
You're in my Hall of Immortals, Doc.
Aww. So you were talking about getting people on your show.
Oh yeah, yep.
Dude, Joe Bob. Good God, man! I could fill up 2 hours with that guy if he doesn't get sick of me.
If I get him, you want in?
I mean, you can say, hey, there's another guy who kind of does interviews when he's not being a lazy old man.
Yeah, you guys would probably have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to do the whole thing with, yeah, I used to watch you when I was a kid, but I did.
He loves it. He loves it, man.
I did, man. And if you guys don't know who we're talking about Joe Bob Briggs. He was a staple in early cable. He had a show on the USA Network, which ran.
It was TNT, actually, I think, wasn't it?
Well, he used to do the Up All Night thing with Rhonda Shearer too.
Oh, he did, yeah, for a little bit there, because he did the Cinemax thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then he did the USA, that's right, and he went to TNT.
Yeah, and they every so often would grab Joe Bob's Trailer Park and play it on USA Network just in case they needed, because what they had was a show with Rhonda Shearer called Up All Night, and it was Night Flight. And Night Flight basically played anything that they could get their hands on. It was just fucked up shit. They would play some music videos to try to be some weird type of competition to MTV, and it just never really worked out, so they started playing all this weird programming.
I think what it was is like any like cheap stuff they could get their hands on type, you know what I mean?
Well, and honestly, he reminded me a lot of and I don't know if you guys are old enough for this, but there was a gimmick that they used to run around called Shock Theater. And
I remember that slightly.
Yeah, Shock Theater was essentially any type of UHF station or a local station to fill out their programming, because programming, boys and girls, actually kind of ended at about midnight every night. Or if you had like if you had Johnny Carson, then it would go a little bit longer. But in order to fill it up on Friday and Saturday nights, what they did was the local stations would buy programming. They literally would go buy a film vault of shitty or drive-in movies, just not really good stuff. And they would have a local host who was there at the station, and he would do the intros and outros. Well, it's kind of like nationally, Elvira. But I always enjoyed Joe Bob a lot more because of the fact that he seemed like he would be one of the guys at the local station.
Something unique about Joe Bob, too. Before all this, he was writing reviews in papers. He had a brief stint with like Playboy and Penthouse, I think, writing stuff for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a very talented writer. He's a knowledgeable man on grindhouse flicks. That was his whole thing. Joe Bob was the personality he created. Because back then, I guess it was like what 70s or 80s he was writing.
Yeah,
different time, he came up with that alter ego for the paper, so it wouldn't be like John Irving Bloom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought he kind of based it on from the Weekly World News. They had a columnist named Ed Anger.
I remember him.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Bob came first. Pretty sure.
Really? Wow.
I'm pretty sure because he based the character Joe Bob from what my research told me was like all his redneck friends. It was a little bit of that, a little bit of this. You know what I mean? Like Joe Bob is a character, but it's also part of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I am a bad host. Good morning to our Lord and Savior, the Full Metal Pickle.
What up, y'all?
Hey, Pickle.
By the way, LM, this stream is meant to put people to sleep, and hopefully it will put me to sleep. Although I was on a recent show where I'm not gonna say I got bored, but I needed to occupy myself. So I might have done like a half a case of Whippets during the show.
Yeah, we noticed.
Maybe.
I was okay with that. I like Whippets, man. Like one of the most harmless drugs ever invented.
I never did.
Nope.
Yeah, and it's funny because they say that they give you like the knockout gas or the laughing gas when you go to the dentist.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted to be awake. I'm like, you numb the area, but I want to be awake. Because, the last thing you want to do is invite Gropey McGee to your sleepover. But, yeah.
Just lay back and enjoy it.
Well, I'll be asleep. I won't enjoy it.
Right.
I won't even know that it happened. So, that's some wasted entertainment.
Right.
Although I did have a dentist that got referred to me. So I went and saw him. I needed to have a molar yanked. And his name was Dr. Love. So I was calling Dr. Love. But good God, he was horrible.
That's funny.
He literally grabbed, like they have the one where you can frame the pliers around the tooth, and he went to pull it and shattered it, and it blew chunks of my broken tooth down my throat, and I literally had to push him away so I could cough him up and spit him out, out the pieces. So yeah, that was not a lovely time.
That sounds very unpleasant, sir.
Yeah, not a fan.
Slappy, I've got a cracker. A cracker that I fill up a balloon with. And good morning in the chat to Uzi Q.
Hi, Uzi.
Hey, Uzi.
But yeah, I mean, Joe Bob would be, because I've read his bio once or twice.
Right.
There's a myriad of things that you could talk to him about. I mean, it's not just like, as an actor, how do you get into a role? Yeah, that's like a reason why I've been going after Danny Trejo for 2 fucking years. Because, good God, before he was an actor,
yup,
he was rolling with the Cholos. And good God, he ended up in fucking Chino.
Yeah.
I mean, Chino's one of those federal pound you in the ass prisons.
Oh.
It's not a sweet place. And I've heard the story from him before, but if I do get to interview him, I will definitely ask, because he was like, one day I'm sitting in my cell going, why am I doing this? Why the hell am I doing this? I need to get out of here.
I want to say I saw an interview where he talked briefly on that.
Yeah. My favorite is he made Edward James Olmos in fear for his life, but he never even did anything.
Edward James Olmos.
Yeah. Yeah. He's another Latino actor.
I'm trying to think. It rings a bell, but I'm not 100% sure.
He's in stuff.
He was in like Stand By Me or Stand and Deliver.
Okay, I don't really remember that offhand. I know titles of movies and I know certain things about them, but
Okay,
you know what I mean?
how about this? He was Commander Adama in the reboot of Battlestar Galactica.
Okay. It's been a while, but yes. Okay, I'm with you.
He's got a pretty good. Well, here I will put up a picture of.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right. Stand and Deliver. Okay, great. I'm not as dumb as I thought I was once. But here's a picture of Edward James Olmos through the ages. But yeah, I would think.
Yep. Okay, I see you.
I would think that that Joe Bob, it would be hard to keep it within 2 hours.
I think if you have like a base where you're going with it, and because he's done, I've watched him do a few interviews recently. He did something with James Ralph.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, with Cinemassacre. Yeah.
Yep, Cinemassacre. I love Cinemassacre. And then I saw him do something with a smaller channel too. I forget the offhand, but yeah, he's apparently like, if he's got the time, he'll do it. From what I understand, I just got to get in contact with this. I guess him or his people.
By the way, good morning to Stan Ulch, and good morning to someone new in the chat. Scorched Hand, have a wrench. Let's see. Yeah, Scorched Hand, you can see my my burn blister on Der Twatters. If you're unfamiliar, I have a link down at the bottom or down in the descriptor. It'll take you definitely directly to that magic place where people just shit things up.
Happens all the time.
This crazy love of mine. Wow. Okay. Liz Reptile did not respond to me. Okay, so.
Okay.
I was confused.
What?
But she,
Okay.
but she liked Bunny's post, and I'm still confused because Addie's been talking about hookers and BJs.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm you know what? Run away from Twitter, run away.
Yay, run away.
Okay, there we go.
You know who you should follow though is that Pants Ninja guy. He's pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, yeah. He's like the greatest.
Oh my god, there she is.
But Kadan, what did the Asians say about the Pants Ninja?
Konnichiwa, Pants Shinobi-kun.
My eyes, the goggles do nothing.
Oh.
What? That's not at all what the Asians say.
I've never heard that myself.
And good
Goggles do nothing.
and good morning, Watch.
Good morning, Doc. How are you feeling today?
My blister hasn't popped and it's irritating the piss out of me because I'm thinking that I'm killing myself just by poisoning. But everybody, including my grandfather from the grave, is still like, do not pop it yourself. Let it pop on its own.
Dude, get a goddamn sewing needle, sterilize it, and then poke it.
Dude, I've got an autoclaved scalpel from the hospital. I mean, if I really need to cut it open, I can cut it open.
Doc, no. Get a sterilized sewing needle and pop it with a pinprick and drain that sumbitch. Because if you use the scalpel, it's gonna have the bare skin, and that could get infected.
Well,
You're
no,
too damn old for that shit.
no, I got the silver sulfadiazine. That's the shit.
Oh yeah, I used that on my motorcycle burn that was on my calf.
Yep.
Like it was a stupid bad burn. But I've popped every single blister that I've ever had because, well, I shouldn't say popped it. I have carefully punctured it and then let it slowly drain that way and then cleaned the fuck out of it. Hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, then wrap.
You know my Irish twin sister is a nurse, and she threw it into a nurse's chat forum. She threw the picture up and said, "Right now, this is what he's doing," and like 100 fucking nurses from all over the globe came back and said, "Yes, that's definitely the way. Let it pop on its own. It has to pop naturally, and then just make sure you know." One of her friends was like, "I've got silver sulfadiazine. I'll bring that over. He can have that." And I'm like, "I got that. I got hydrogen peroxide. I've got gauze because you're not supposed to tight wrap a burn. It has to be somewhat breathable."
Right.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
And I've been using aloe on it too. By the way, good morning, Fat Andy. A hurrah to you, and good morning, Bastard Beast.
Bitches.
By the way, Kadan, it is actually working. Those little fuckers, after 4 months, Streamlabs is finally working.
Yeah, fuckers.
Hello, Oreo, who has pounded through my door. Can I fucking help you?
What?
What?
Yeah.
Staff.
A puppy doing puppy things.
Oh,
Staff.
I thought I was tripping again.
By the way,
You are.
I did put up a new disclaimer to start the show. You know what? We got a couple people here that weren't here at the start, so you know what? I think I will. I think I will actually.
You're gonna do it.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to put it up so you guys can read it. Because I put like at least 2 minutes of thought into this. And let's see. We do that. And it's ready. Okay, good. Here, pop. There we go. There's what I put up here in the middle. Who is the pickle? It is the Full Metal Pickle. And no, the Pants Ninja is Dr. Pencils. And
I know, Oreo is not fully grown.
And Watch is sometimes Ichabod, but not always. Okay.
I don't go by that at all anymore.
Well, no.
Boon of Doom.
The Coon of Doom. And good morning, Metaphors.
Hi, Metaphors.
So yeah, there it is. Shall I read it or just give everybody a chance to read it?
I think you should read it, Doc.
Okay. Listen, the world has gotten weird. Really weird. We're not the arbiters of social morality and never intend to be. We frequently talk about adult things with a comedic point of view that is meant to amuse and entertain. That said, fuck off if you can't take a joke. Enjoy the show.
Yes.
Yay.
Can't take a joke, but I can make a joke.
Where would you
Yay.
take a joke, though? If you could take a joke anywhere.
Not even sure how to answer that.
Ohio, so it can feel better about itself.
Ohio. Fuck yeah.
Or Kansas, so it can still feel better about itself.
I'm sorry, what was that? You
Oh.
started shit already?
Or, you know what? Florida, so that this way it knows it can never get as low as that.
I don't think I can live in a state that's shaped like a penis.
Well,
Flaccid one at that.
Yeah, it just dangles there, staring at the floor that is Cuba.
Dangle, 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 dangle.
Well, that's why it's staring there, because it's Cuba, and it's just like, oh, I'm never gonna get up.
Yeah.
Oof.
oh lordy.
What? Queen Liz laugh so hard she shits her suit?
What?
Queen Elizabeth is old enough; she just naturally shits everything.
I bet it happens every day.
Oh man, can you imagine how expensive her royal depends are?
Oh God.
Because it's
Well, I
not
don't
like
know.
somebody goes to the supermarket. I think there's like seamstresses actually knitting and weaving and designing her
The finest
her-
of cloth.
yes.
I just don't even want to know. Oh.
See. Oh, Kadant, you'll appreciate this. I was in a rock group, not like a Bill and Ted's Jam Out rock group. Although San Dimas football rules. I was I was in the gem mineralogy explanation and identification. And somebody put up two stones, which were actually just two different colors of a topaz. And they said, well, what is the similarity, or what do these two stones have in common? My, of course, smartass response is both stay crunchy in milk.
You're not wrong.
Perfectly harmless dad joke, right?
Right.
Within 10 minutes, one of the admins removes it because it goes against the rules about not talking about food. And I'm like, are you fucking serious?
They have a roll up.
I said, wait a minute. So you guys let me know. Do I have to take my sense of humor and put it in a drawer anytime I visit this site? Because I think we all could use a little laughter through my non-malevolent dad humor. And like everybody else, they haven't stripped the post off, but I've gotten like 24 people were immediately like, fuck yeah. And they were like, well, what was the joke? And I'm like I can post it, but dumbass admin's going to take it off again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, perfectly vanilla. Nothing wrong with that joke. Kind of cutesy. It'll either make you go, ah, or but still.
That sounds like the kind of person that reports fucking pictures in groups.
I don't know. The only time that I report is when you get one of these foreign guys sliding in and go, oh, look at this. It is a beautiful specimen. And the only reason why they post like that is because they want somebody to go, oh, that's cool. How much? And you're not allowed to sell in that group. Many of the groups that I'm a part of, you are not allowed to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only time I will strap the steel toes on and start kicking ass, is when they start trying to slide in with selling, or people who go on and go, well, what's this worth? I was wondering if you can identify this and tell me what it's worth. It's like, you're in the wrong fucking place. This is the, hey, can somebody tell me what this is? Or, hey, check this out. I just got this today. Isn't this cool? This is what this
I
is.
did a thing.
Yeah. Like today, I put up a post, and I'm like, okay, can you guys tell me how many different versions of Tiger Eye is out there?
A lot.
And somebody brought one up to me, because technically there's like 5 different types. By the way, good morning, Satan and Satire. There's like 5 different types. There's the golden tiger eye, which is the stuff that everybody's familiar with. Then there's what they call dragon eye, which is red tiger eye.
Yeah.
And that one's kind of on the fence thing, because most of the time to get it red, they'll heat treat it, but still, it's not like they're dyeing it or anything. And then there's Hawkeye, which is blue tiger's eye. And the one thing that I wanted to introduce them to, there's also Tiger Iron, which has a lot of hematite mixed in it, so you get a lot of the shiny metal.
You get weight.
Oh yeah, Yeah, the one I've got's fucking heavy as shit.
Oh, I fucking love it so much.
And then the third one, which I just ran into recently, is called Eagle Eye. And it comes out of China, and it's gray tiger eye. And the person I was talking to about it, she was like, yeah, it comes from the same dig site where we get our where we get our tiger eye. And people have been actually throwing this stuff away because it's colorless. All it is gray, but it still has the shimmer, like tiger eye or the Chatoyan sea. And she's like, yeah, we just decided we would order some of it, and they made some tumbles and some spheres, and I'm like, I fucking want one of those. Those are badass.
Awesome.
But then a guy brought up the fact he was like, yeah, there's green tiger eye too, and I'm like, the only tiger eye that I've seen that's ever been green was dyed, so it's not natural in any way. And he goes, well, I found this while I was rock hounding in Vermont, and it's a big chunk of fucking green tiger eye. He's like, I didn't heat treat it, didn't dye it, nothing. This is how I found it. And I was like, get me a sphere of that now.
Right?
I will add that.
Like, I've seen plenty of. To me, it's obviously treated like colored cat's eyes.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking cool. Like, I don't care if it's treated and it's not like completely natural or if it's man-made. If it looks really fucking cool, I'm down for it. Like, the smelted quartz?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're a junkie for the smelted.
Yo, they look fucking tight. Like, once I got one, I'm looking at it, I'm just like, shit, I want it now. I need to keep this, like, forever. This thing is fucking awesome. Especially because it's about the size of a baby's head, so I know I can smash it against a full-grown adult's head and possibly kill them, which is always a bonus.
What?
We're gonna have to talk about that.
Talk about what? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'm not talking about anything.
Homicide.
Oh, no. Me, homicide. You guys must be crazy. Crazy enough that maybe I should go and visit you with one of my very heavy orbs and smash you upside the head with it. I mean, what?
Yes.
I mean,
I hate pants too.
I know, pants are just terrible.
They are. Absolutely.
By the
That's why
way,
I'm not wearing any.
by the way, I did go ahead and post a picture of the great tiger eye or eagle eye. God bless the Chinese for making up names for shit that already exist. But this is one where I've never seen it. You're still you're still thinking about head mashing, aren't you?
What? What are you? Who thinks about such things? That's just no, never.
I believe I found the world's worst pickup line.
What?
Apparently somebody had seen this on TikTok. My throat is a school bus. Want to put your kids in?
Ugh.
Is that like a Vor thing?
No, that's a blowjob joke.
What?
My throat is a school bus.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to put your kids in?
I'm gonna stand up for Vor at this point.
Why are you standing up for war?
Just
Wait.
I would rather people have fantasies about eating kids whole than fellatio with children. No, just no.
No, okay, it's a metaphor, Doc.
But I have a worse pickup line.
Can I explain this first? So
Yes.
Doc is not confused. It's basically saying, hey, put your dick in my mouth and I swallow, okay?
Oh, so kids are like a reference to
sperm,
sperm.
Doc.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's the sperm.
I'm catching up. By the way, good morning to Mandy G in the chat.
I swear to fucking God, Doc. Oh
Hi,
my
Mandy G in the chat.
Hey, Mandy.
But
So,
by the way, did you like did you like the new title card? I'm trying to
Yes.
change the subject here.
well, I have a really horrible pickup line, though.
Okay,
Feel free
okay,
to mute yourself
okay.
if you want.
Okay, go.
Jesus.
My pussy's like Columbine. Want to shoot some kids in there?
Oh,
God.
Yeah, boy! I told you it's worse!
That's pretty terrible. I mean,
I gotta mute.
you killed him. Damn it.
The
Good job, Kadun. Well done.
the only thing that I can think of at this point is I hope to God you've never used that line.
Admittedly, I just now made it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because once this COVID thing's over, I'm gonna have to start going back to bars, and I need all the good pickup lines I can get.
Don't use that one.
Oh wait! I need a Google somebody who shot their own kids because you're a guy.
oh.
So you have to find something that's really
no.
Can I shoot my kids in there?
No. I can do that. That's very easy to flip genders on that one. Which would be like baby, I'm gonna treat your pussy like Columbine. I'm gonna shoot some kids up in that bitch.
Oh God.
You know what? That's a good one. There we go. Boom. You got it.
And demonetized.
Oh, dude.
I chose Columbine because they're teenagers. At least I didn't choose Sandy Hook, okay?
Doc,
God damn it.
if you need bail money, I got you. I'm just saying that ahead of time.
Oh, by the way, I got we've gotten away with a lot of music. We didn't get away with playing Metalocalypse.
Really?
Metalocalypse blocked me. Blocked the whole stream.
Fucking Williams.
Wow.
Yeah. Assholes. Now, it might have been the guy who did the cartoon. Even though we pimped the shit out of him. We even put his fucking link.
That, you were showing the RMS cartoon.
Yeah. We even put his link in and said this guy's badass, so don't get his copyright claimed. Because you ain't gonna make no fucking money off it. And now,
Nice.
Jesus.
welcome to the glamorous demonetization hour with your host Kadad.
Up, bitches. So let's. What's the difference between a dead baby and an apple?
I could name a few. I mean,
What?
You don't come on an apple before you eat it.
Oh.
Oh.
God
You,
damn
wait
it.
a minute. You don't?
What? Wait, what kind of practice is that? I'm gonna start doing whippets. I swear to God.
Give it 5 minutes, Doc.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Why does Beyonce sing to the left, to the left?
Oh,
God.
God. Why?
Black people don't have any rights.
God damn it.
That's it. I'm done. Good night.
Are we demonetized yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think I just put my pants back on. Thank you.
Ah!
That's
Damn, girl.
That's just not right. Good God.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
See, politics can be fun.
no.
A blonde put A blonde put an IED in her vagina because she said her pussy be bomb.
Oh my god.
That's hot.
How else does one kill the sperm?
Good God.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm reconsidering many things in my life now. Oh, by the way, I got a phone call from the furniture guys, the furniture repair guys. He's like, "Yeah, we'll be over in like 30 minutes to pick up that table." And I was like, "I got it written down that you're coming on the 15th." Oh, well, we had time. We thought we'd come to. I can't accommodate you. Show up on Wednesday. I'll have it ready because I've got like 150 pounds of fucking rocks on the table. I gotta finish getting them labeled so I can wheel them down. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna go down to the post office with a couple 100 pounds of rocks and have them give me dirty fucking looks because they're real. Well, there's only one that's really heavy. It's like 62 pounds. But the rest of them are probably maybe around 30 pounds or so.
Huh.
And
It's gonna be a jolly good old time.
oh, I hope my favorite postal worker's there. Her name is Sharina, and I'm actually going to bring a hat with me too. Because I told her, I said, listen, you've always been really good to me. I'm gonna bring you something. I'm like, you wear hats? She's like, I do. I'm like, I will bring you a hat you won't be able to get anywhere else. A hat that looks like, bang, that.
Where can you get such a hat, Doc?
You sure as fuck can't buy them. We give them away.
As part of our audience appreciation.
Yeah, there is 3 ways that you can earn that entry. I'm not going to go into any of that right now, just because of the fact that.
Or ever.
Well, no, I mean I've got 24 of them, so fuck.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to start giving away.
Are you telling me that you have 24 of these high quality hats just to give away?
Well, technically it's like down to 20 because I did give Merc and Mona a hat because they're part of the IRS family.
Yay.
And I got one hanging up. Matter of fact, I wore mine yesterday when I was running around.
I still have mine, of course.
But of course, this second wave, and this is the final wave, because people out there have like 1 or 2 of a kind that I got, and or that I had made, because I was trying to figure out specifically what I thought was going to be the coolest. And then they came up with the fact that they started having purple hats. Because I was just going to go with black hats. But then it's purple.
Purper.
Purple.
Purper.
It is purple. And good.
Fucking love that they're purper.
And good morning, Bunny, in the chat.
Come
Wait
on.
a minute. I haven't sent you one of those.
Bunny.
You've
Hi,
got
buddy.
the black ones. Don't you?
Why's it gotta be black?
Why not?
Because that's what the fabric was dyed.
Black is whack.
Sometimes.
White is right.
Sometimes.
Bless.
Sometimes Asian's the persuasion.
Ooh.
Are we demonetized yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think that happened 5 minutes into the stream.
Okay, so yeah, if we can get our shit together, at least run like 3 shows a week, then we're gonna start up the audience appreciation thing again, and it will be it's gonna be open to everybody. there are 3 different ways that you could enter. 2 are kind of a pay way, but the third, I always want to make sure that there's something free there for anybody who wants to follow along and perhaps get one of these lovely embroidered. These are structured 6-panel with a Velcro close, and they are free. I'm not even making you pay for shipping. This is just our way of saying, hey, thanks, because we appreciate you. I don't know anybody else who's actually doing this. I know people who are like, here's a free code key from Steam. Yeah, somebody gave you that fucking thing. Or you had it left over from like a bundle that you bought, and it was a game you were never going to play anyway. So that's okay. They're giving something, but I want to make sure that this is something that's made specifically for the people who actually want to tune into this stuff, that can't sleep and need us to bore them into unconsciousness.
Although tonight may be the exception.
No, there are people who have already run away and their heads are firmly underneath their pillows going, no.
Once you go black, you wish the daddy would come back.
Oh,
God.
Once you go black, your baby's on crack.
Oh, here, wait. Let me get rid of that.
I don't know what to say to any of this right now.
Don't make me. This is probably one of my favorite, I guess, racist jokes.
Oh God!
But it's pretty tame. What's the definition of or what's another word for confusion in Harlem? Father's Day. That's as far as I'm going, Kadant. That's it.
What's the magic wand that makes all black men disappear?
Oh my fucking God.
Pregnancy test.
I've been in here 15 minutes and already laughed at terrible jokes, and now they're getting worse.
Harry Potter, what is that wand in your hand?
Wait. Here. I'll go the opposite direction.
Okay.
Once you go white, you're officially alt-right.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is my goddamn day, I swear to God.
See,
that's why I'm green, folks.
I couldn't be alt-right because they always wear those dry wick polos. I'm just not a fan of that.
Did you go white?
Well, I mean, technically 3/4 of me is kind of white.
Part of it.
You're not pure enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not. Although
I've missed you all so much.
Although Trippy was talking about how his dad or his stepdad was considering joining the Klan, and he is black.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's dead now. So, well, no, he's technically he'd be kind of gray if he was dead. That's what happens. Everybody goes gray when you die.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be fucking a corpse, Doc.
Oh, goody.
I don't.
It's good that part of the night.
That's how the
corpse. I heard
Oh, hi, my God. Jesus.
I don't fuck corpses.
No, like that's what Kadant means. It says once you go white, it means fucking a white man. That's all that joke means, man.
I refuse to believe that. And good morning, Maga.
Hi, McGoggums.
Hello.
Hi, Wizard.
Greetings.
I just wanted to hop in and say hi since it's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been too fucking long, dude.
Yeah, I've been,
Well, you got other shit started up too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into the groove. The first half of this year has just been kind of depressing and shitty, and it's been hard getting back to doing regular content because nothing is funny anymore.
Dude, I would have legit already been down by your way if it hadn't have been for Corona. I'd have been down there at Twin Creek mining quartz.
Right? Yeah, you wanted to do your rock hounding, but yeah, man, it's coronavirus and all the fucking protests and the politics, and I just got kind of tired of it all for a while. And oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just remember, Magog, the groove is in the heart. Oh, aye.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that trickery.
Damn it! Fall for my trickery, you son of a bitch! Son of a witch.
I'm not falling for your devil vagina magic.
Aw.
But copulins.
Oh God.
Well, wait a minute, because Madonna did the Into the Groove song, and that's a groove that you can get into, but not necessarily get out of. And good morning, Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
What day is this?
Whatever.
Um,
Monday. No,
Yay.
Tuesday now. It's Tuesday now.
I don't
Shit,
even
it
know.
is Tuesday. Fuck. I have to do shit today.
I have
Yep.
to douche as well.
Do shit today, not
Oh.
douche today.
I'm not
Oh.
being that guy.
Well, if you really cared about your neighbors, you would do some douching, Wash.
I mean, I don't feel like shoving weird things up my ass, Doc.
No, you could douche other
what,
people.
today?
That's called sexual assault, and it's frowned on in most countries.
Half the time you can ask.
Okay, Doc.
I'm kind of regretting showing up. So
Should have been here 10 minutes earlier.
Oh,
Oh,
you really
God.
missed it.
Oh no, shit.
You came in at a good time.
I keep running into fans of you, Magog.
well, I've got a lot of them.
Apparently, Jesus.
I just actually yesterday hit 32,000.
Damn.
Congrats.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have like 32,004 subs. So it's like 4. It's like if I lose 4, I'll be back down to 31,999.
I've resubbed 3 times this year.
Yeah, YouTube's a pain in the ass.
I'm gonna have to finally find a way to drag your ass on my show before it gets so big you won't even talk to me anymore.
Nah, I always talk to people when I can.
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't give a shit about sub count.
He's got kind of a D&D themed show too.
I do.
Nice.
We all tend to run the show in character and just fuck around. It's nice to do just because it's not related to anything. Like, we don't have to go into any fucking topic, and it's just so much nicer to not have to be political and not have to go down fucking this road or that road, talk about coronavirus. Last time we did a review of a bunch of Robin Williams movies that we sat and watched together.
Fun.
Wait a minute, you didn't watch Jack, did you?
No, it was Good Morning Vietnam, Patch Adams, The Birdcage, and God damn it, what the fuck's it called? Mrs. Doubtfire.
You didn't watch 1 Hour Photo?
No, we were doing the good stuff.
That one's not bad. That one's pretty fucking creepy. Oh, by the way, good morning, Goat Man.
I go, man.
I'm trying to think. Okay, well, wait. Panel question then. Let's go ahead. What is everyone's favorite Robin Williams film? Now, it's got to be a film, not like one of his stand-up films. And okay, let's start at the top of the list. Pants?
The first one always comes to mind is Good Morning Vietnam.
It's classic.
I honestly really appreciated the fact of his anachronistic jokes. I mean, he did himself, but he was doing late 60s jokes.
Right. It fit. The whole movie just fit the scene. It really gave a vibe, I feel like, and it was just Forrest Whitaker, Robin Williams. Come on.
I don't
Beautiful
know.
movie.
And it wasn't just a comedy; it was dramatic too. You know,
Right? Layered. It's definitely a layered flick, and I like that kind of stuff in a more serious movie, you know?
Yeah, he was trying to work his chops, and this was when I think he finally was starting to get control over his cocaine addiction. So yeah, he was feeling a lot better, I think. Pickle,
Yes.
what's your favorite?
What dreams may come.
Oh God, what a creepy fucking movie!
it was written by Richard Matheson.
Yeah,
It wasn't okay to me. It wasn't creepy. It was so like beautiful in so many nuanced ways. And fuck you, Pickle, for taking mine.
Wow.
that is my. I'm gonna just say it now. That is my like all-time favorite Robin Williams movie. And there's only one that's like right below it, but it's just, it is beautiful. It has a very serious note to it with some really like fun parts to it as well, but it's overall a very somber movie.
well, it's got to be a good movie if it makes you feel something, and I felt disturbed all the way through that movie. There was just something unsettling about it.
It's the only movie that showed hell as the classic Dante Alighieri's Inferno,
Mm-hmm.
in a visual way. I enjoyed the book too. If you guys never read What Dreams May Come by Richard Matheson,
I had my Matheson phase. Yeah,
he's typically a horror thriller writer, but that was him having a existential religious moment. So, you know, but it translated to film really well. I loved all the effects. You know, I loved how his version of heaven when he first got there was like one of his wife's paintings,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and
And
like everything was paint, and he could grab a flower and it just kind of collapsed in his hand because it was made of paint, and it was pretty cool.
And I even like the fact that, like, you know, when he traveled that one area with like the people flying and the boats, it was reminiscent. All of the stuff in there was reminiscent of something in his life. Like his daughter took on the form of the stewardess that he had commented was like beautiful and graceful and all that jazz. And then his son took on the form of I forgot what Cuba Gooding Jr. represented, but it was all like very familiar things, and I think it was a beautiful idea of like everybody's, you know, personal heaven.
Yeah.
And by the way, for those of you who are not familiar with the name Richard Matheson, he's kind of credited for writing the first modern day zombie book, which is I Am Legend.
Yeah, it was vampires, but yeah.
Well,
That book inspired Night of the Living Dead, and so it gets credited as the kind of end of the world modern zombie flick, where it was more science based instead of religious based. Because zombies in previous movies were all voodoo, you know, kind of witches creating dead people to serve them. And Matheson kind of wrote this very kind of scientific look at a virus that turned people into undead things, and that was kind of a new science fiction take on a horror genre, you know.
well,
He's also credited in writing one of the most popular Twilight Zone episodes of all time, which is Terror at 20,000 Feet, which is there's something on the wing, some thing on the wing, you know.
That's classic right there.
That was one of Richard Matheson's short stories. He did more short stories than he did actual books, but he did write a couple others that were made into fairly popular and at least cult following films, such as Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon. That was Richard Matheson, and the Legend of Hell House,
and Incredible Shrinking Man.
The Incredible Shrinking Man. Yeah.
Back
in the 50s, he made most of his money writing for Twilight Zone because it was horror, and horror wasn't really a big seller in novel form back then.
Well, and also he was a big time screenwriter for Roger Corman adapting Poe stories.
Yeah, Corman, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Matheson helped Corman do a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stuff with Vincent Price, and
Ooh.
But yeah, there was another movie that came out in the 80s. I think it was the 80s, called The Trilogy of Terror.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And one of the short stories was a Matheson story. It was the little voodoo Zuni doll that had the knife and was chasing the woman all around the house.
I forgot about that, man.
Yeah, that was Matheson too. That was the little Zuni doll.
and honestly, for a fucking TV movie, that fucked me up. That was authentically scary.
Yeah, no, that's it was a Trilogy of Terror. It came out when popular anthology horror films were very popular. Things like Creepshow and Cat's Eye, Tales from the Dark Side, things like that. Were very popular because of the popularity of Tales from the Crypt, you know.
Dude, I can't tell you though what the other two were. I don't remember what the other two stories were. The only thing I remember was that fucking creepy Zuni fetish doll. That thing fucked with me because like I was a kid. It was early 70s. That thing just fucked with me for a long time.
Well, that was the main story. I mean, they used the Voodoo Zuni doll as like the movie poster, so it was it's kind of hard to remember the other ones, you know.
And I've watched it since then. It's a little cheesy, but still, at the very end when Karen Black is just like squatting on the floor, stabbing the floor with a knife, and has the Zuni fetish smile on. That shit just still creep me out.
Yeah, there was one, if I remember right, there was one about like a guy took a girl out on a date to a drive-in movie theater, and he spikes her drink and she falls unconscious, and then he takes her to a motel and takes photographs of her in like sexual positions in order to like blackmail her or something. But then it turns out she was manipulating him the whole time, and I haven't seen it in years, so it's been a while, but yeah.
Plus, you gotta
look it up.
you gotta like a guy. Once he got bored with the genre, he started writing something else. So he did a bunch of westerns too.
Yeah, Matheson did a lot of different things.
I'd put him on level with Louis L'Amour.
Yeah, he's up there with Jack London and Louis L'Amour. I didn't care for his Western stuff. I think he's mostly known for being one of the grandfathers of modern horror because he was an inspiration to people like Stephen King and Kuntz. I mean, not many people were writing horror in like the 1950s. You know, it was all sci-fi in the 1950s. It was the age of the atom. It was the atomic age. You know?
Oh yeah.
So there was more sci-fi, Martians and things like that on television. The old serials that used to play back then, but horror was a subgenre that was coming up, and he was, if Edgar Allan Poe and H.P. Lovecraft are grandfathers of Gothic horror, Matheson is a grandfather of modern horror, postmodern horror.
Yeah, sci-fi horror, definitely.
Yeah, definitely some of the sci-fi stuff too.
Even what's his name? God damn it, the guy who wrote Coma. Fuck. And he did Sphere.
I'm gonna have a Google moment here.
Oh god damn it! I try not to Google as much as possible unless I'm looking for pictures. But he wrote the Andromeda Strain.
Yeah, it's
Fuck.
Michael Crichton.
Crichton lists Matheson as one of his influences.
Yeah, Michael Crichton. Yeah, it took me a minute too because I was like, I got it when you said Andromeda Strain. I forgot that Michael Crichton wrote the Sphere.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's.
But yeah, Crichton was definitely more the shit that can go wrong at a fucking theme park. That was
Yeah.
his big runaway hits were Jurassic Park and Westworld. I mean, come on, you know.
Westworld's still awesome. Jurassic Park, I never had a thing for dinos. It was cool, but nothing I added to my movie collection.
That first Jurassic Park film holds up to this day. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh
amazing.
yeah. Although I hate the CGI T-Rex in it, but the animatronic T-Rex is fucking tight. But we're digressing.
Well, no, because Magog's next for his favorite Robin Williams.
Hook.
Oh.
You son of a bitch! I'm gonna have to choose my third.
Well, I will let you go before me, but
I will say there's an attachment to that. Okay.
Okay.
I love Hook and Robin Williams. I thought it was great. Rob Williams is great in most things. But what also made Hook was Dustin Hoffman.
Fucking right, yes.
Dustin Hoffman and Bob Hoskins really fucking
Like,
pulled
yes.
that movie together. They, even with Robin Williams, even with the star-studded cast and having Robin Williams as the lead and Julia Roberts as Tinkerbell, Bob Hoskins and Dustin Hoffman as Shmi and Captain Hook, they'd
Yes.
steal the screen every time they came on. So
It was great. It was great just back and forth with all that, you know?
yeah,
yeah, you could
Bob
tell that they had
Hoskins-
chemistry.
Bob Hoskins Shmi is still one of my favorites to this day. But I now, because you mentioned it, now I have the fucking laugh in my head that Dustin Hoffman did. Like, I still hear it, and I'm just like, fucking A. I didn't care about Julia Roberts in it. Like, she was just such a throwaway to me. Almost all the Lost Boys in it, though, I fucking loved them all. Fucking loved
Rufio.
Robin Williams in it. I fucking loved. I even loved the fact that the crocodile was turned into a giant clock tower.
Yeah,
It was such a good movie.
it was a unique vision of the Peter Pan, story because it took a lot of the kind of Disney-esque formulas and imagery and kind of transported them into almost a Tim Burton-esque, kind of world, that was more grounded in reality simply because it was live action. It was and a lot of people forget it was a Spielberg film.
Yeah. He took a lot of shit over that too. And it's like, no, it's a cute film. It's a good film. It's nice popcorn. You can enjoy it bell to bell, even though he probably could have cut it like about a half hour out of it.
It's only because Spielberg's own previous works had set such a high bar that when he did something like Hook that was a little bit more for children of the 90s, it kind of flopped a little bit. Not like a bad flop. It I don't think it lost money, but it definitely wasn't what people were expecting from Spielberg after such amazing hits as like Poltergeist and fucking goddamn Indiana Jones and shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It felt a little below what we expected from Spielberg at the time, but it was still an amazing movie. I loved it when I was a kid. I loved it. We watched it.
still watch it,
multiple
honestly.
times. Yeah.
Hells
Yeah.
yeah. I own a copy of it on DVD. I made sure.
I was in my 20s by that point, but I still enjoyed it. I felt very kid-like watching it.
Yeah, you gotta find the ones that bring you joy, even if they're not popular, and that's how cult classics get formed.
Yep.
But
True, Dad.
you think about Spielberg and think about how he produces more things than he fucking directs, and a lot of them are smash hits. Like Jurassic Park and shit. I mean, yeah, Jurassic Park in what 1991,
Was it?
Yeah. I think so.
and then Yeah, and then 92 comes out. No, it was 93. 93. So you had Hook in 91, Jurassic Park in 93.
Yeah.
And it's like, but before that, he did like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And Indiana
then-
Jones, The Temple of Doom, and E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and
Fucking
1941, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
yeah.
Jaws. And then all of a sudden, here's this like kind of cutesy Peter Pan film. And I can understand at the time why people thought it was kind of below him to do, but it quickly grew in the nostalgic landscape of our minds.
Well-
and it's become a cult classic.
Well, and honestly, think about it. He would have not gotten the star power that he got for that movie had he not made all those other movies previously for all the people who wanted to work with him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, he had his pick of whoever he wanted.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg did some interesting movies in the early 90s. I mean, he was all over the place. One minute he's doing Hook, this kind of cutesy Peter Pan film, and then he does Jurassic Park, one of the most mind-boggling, special effects film that's ever been created, that set the bar for every other special effects film to ever come out in after it. And then, right after Jurassic Park, he did Schindler's List. It's kind of all over the place.
Right.
Although, wait, didn't he also do AI?
That was way later, and that was more of he wanted to pay homage to Kubrick because Kubrick was a friend and he died.
Yeah, he should have
You know
just
what?
let that die. Oof.
But AI came out in 2001. I'm talking about the 90s. We're talking Schindler's List, Lost World, Jurassic Park, Amistad, Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, I think he was definitely in a swing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, good morning to somebody new named Duckbird in the chat.
Oh, wait a minute. Good morning, Duckbird. Have a wrench.
Howdy.
Hmm.
I actually really liked AI. I thought it was a good movie,
Uh,
but
I thought it was a turd sandwich, but watch. What is your favorite?
It's called The Birdcage.
Ah,
I love Birdcage.
Do I?
Okay, why?
It's just one of those movies that I find entertaining. When it comes to Robin Williams, it really goes with that, or either that or Patch Adams. Just because it's got that duality meaning, because there's always the ridiculous nature of it, but then there's also the
Feel good stuff.
Yeah, the feel good stuff. And then there's like Patch Adams has that depressing parts that really make the high parts seem higher and the low parts seem lower.
Yeah.
Okay. Kadunti, we are to you.
Oh.
Sucks being a co-host, doesn't it?
nah, not entirely. It's fine because you know what? We did get to talk about two of my top Robin Williams movies. And then the next two for me below that, and yes, I'm doing two because fuck you.
Just don't take mine.
Well, then I apologize if I do, just in case.
Okay.
Fair I
enough.
really liked Mrs. Doubtfire. And Poet Society.
Dead Poets, yeah.
Good.
I'm
Captain,
surprised. I'm surprised nobody picked Good Will Hunting.
That's still not my favorite Robin Williams movie.
I wouldn't say it's a favorite, but
In the chat.
it's pretty high up there. I mean, come on.
Well, it's a great movie. It's just it doesn't rank up high enough for me with some of the other like that. Probably actually no, it's below Aladdin.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Him as Genie is just fucking classic, and
I
it was
agree.
amazing. And then with Mrs. Doubtfire, like it had that serious theme with it, on top of all the jokes and all the laughter and all the caricatures. And then with Dead Poets Society, it was an inspiring movie without it being too feel good. But I don't know. and Good Will Hunting, like that's all right. It's not bad.
Who remembers Bicentennial Man?
Oh, good God.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm going to do my favorite one.
Do it.
One of the best adaptations of a book that I've ever seen, The World According to Garp.
Nice.
I loved that movie. It was just irony upon irony. The dude never did anything like really horrible in his life, but life continuously fucked with him.
Yeah.
I would love to have that point of view. Like when the plane flies into his house, into the house that they were looking at. And he's like, "We'll take it." And his wife's like, "Are you crazy?" He's like, "What's the chances of a plane crashing into our house again?"
Right.
He
Good
just
point.
had an awesome way to look at things.
It was a solid movie. From what I remember. You know, another one that got neglected was Popeye. That would be my second choice.
Oh, good
Honestly.
God.
I loved it as a kid. I don't care.
He
If I had to choose a second choice, though, I'd probably choose. It may not be everybody's favorite, but I loved Awakenings. Robin Williams it's based on a true story. Robin Williams plays a doctor who figures out that people who got encephalitis were catatonic, and he finds a drug that can actually wake them up out of their catatonic state.
Yeah, wasn't that De Niro?
Yeah, Robert De Niro was one of the main. Was one of the main, but the problem was that the drug wore off and stopped being effective after a while, and they would go back to their catatonic state, and so it was really sad to watch them slowly like go back to being catatonic. But it was a great movie because it actually was, like I said, based on a true story, and he was reviving all these people that everybody thought were just like crazy, but they weren't. They had encephalitis when they were young, and he wakes like one old lady up, and she's been catatonic since like the 1920s, and she's like, "Is liquor legal yet?" Like,
Yeah.
you know, they then people go nuts because they've been trapped in this like catatonic state forever.
It felt like
It's
it felt like a modern day retelling of Flowers of Algernon or For Algernon. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's a really good movie if you've never seen Awakenings.
I want to say I saw that a while ago, and I thought it was pretty good. Years back.
Yeah, just be prepared to kind of feel sad by the end of it because, he keeps like upping the dosage because the drug's like wearing off, but it's basically like a really fast form of Parkinson's. You know how like Parkinson's you shake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like they're actually shaking so fast they're frozen in a state of like frozen in time. And when the drug no longer works for them and starts wearing off, it's like really sad to watch them. Like Robert De Niro did a great job, I may not agree with the man's modern day politics, but he's always been a great actor,
By the way, Kadant, I think I should send a copy of The World According to Garp to somebody who's having trouble with their own transgenderism. Because if you remember John Lithgow,
Yeah.
Because he was a star NFL football player and decided he wanted to become a woman, and he was one of Garp's best friends, and he wasn't a shitheel.
Doc.
Yes.
Somebody in the chat says apparently Lawnmower Man is a retelling of Flowers for Algernon, and I have to go to bed. I've been trying to politely wait to segue off to bed, but I didn't want to interrupt anybody. So.
Is there anything you would prefer to plug this evening?
Fuck, what is today?
Today is Tuesday.
In a couple of days on Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, we do Shenanigast. That's really all I do.
And you do it well, sir.
No, I fucking don't. I do my best, though.
Yeah, actually, our Wino does bring up that whole thing. Lawnmower Man was a piece of shit movie because literally they just took Stephen King's title. That movie had nothing to do with the short story that he wrote.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with mowing lawn.
Well, good night.
It actually did, but
Good night, watch.
Watch, have
have
a good
one.
night.
Watch.
Night, good night. Later, buddy.
Later.
Cool finish.
I'm gonna do my 5-minute warning. I'm probably got like 5-10 left, and I gotta head out too.
Yeah, unconsciousness calls us all eventually.
Yeah.
So they say.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going here soon too, because I have to do literally anything else.
Understandable.
By the way, why didn't anybody mention Fisher King?
I don't think I even saw that.
That's a Terry Gilliam film.
I was gonna mention that was Baron Munchausen then.
Baron Munchausen. Well, he did a cameo in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cameo. I wouldn't call it a Robin Williams film per
No.
se. He was just
Wow.
he was one character, but
Wasn't he the movie?
that was a great film. That fucking
Amen.
what's his name? The German director. He also did Time Bandits. They were like,
that was Gilliam who did Munchausen.
Yeah.
oh, was it?
Yeah.
I might be getting my directors crossed up.
Well, he technically co-directed Time Bandits too.
They definitely had the same look, didn't they?
Yeah.
They all had the same kind of style. But yeah, I love those films. Those are great films. I'd like to point out too, since somebody mentioned it, the Birdcage. You couldn't make that film today because the actors weren't gay.
Wow.
Nowadays, you can't be a non-gay actor and play a gay character. Apparently.
Oh well, here's the conundrum that I found. You know they're doing an animated Harley Quinn series, right?
Did they already do it?
Well, they've just finished the second season, and now Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy are in a relationship.
Yeah, they're taking Harley Quinn into the whole bisexual thing.
No, they're going straight gay with it, to pardon the pun. But Kaylee Cuoco and Lake Bell are definitely not lesbians. So are they going to draw fire for playing lesbian characters?
Everything draws fire these days. Except for actual fire.
How about that?
We live in a crazy backwards world where speech is violence, but violence is speech.
Yep.
Language is a virus. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I did watch it. I will say, it's not the animated series is not great, but it's popcorn worthy if you like the character.
It does the same thing all these modern kind of adultish, or at least, PG-13 and up, I guess you could say, fucking cartoons do the same. Ever since Rick and Morty, it's kind of the same kind of comedy. Have you guys seen the trailer for that Lower Decks cartoon for like Star Trek Lower Decks?
Oh God, I don't want to watch that.
It's like Rick and Morty. Like it's that same kind of like fast-paced, kind of slapstick, modern humor, and it's kind of all garbage to me. That's why I didn't watch the Harley Quinn thing too. Even though there's some good jokes, I watched a clip of a scene from the Harley Quinn show where Batman's tied up and fucking Scarecrow like unmasks Batman, and it's like something Joker has never done, and it's Bruce Wayne. He's like, Batman's Bruce fucking Wayne, and he's like, I ordered from Wayne Corporation my hybrid car. Where's my goddamn car, Bruce? And I laughed at that. I was like, when he was just like, Joker was like, I put a down payment on a hybrid car. Where's my goddamn car, Bruce? I laughed at that. But ultimately, it all kind of looks a little vain and vapid.
Well,
So
do you know Christopher Maloney?
yeah,
Yes.
of course I do.
Okay. He plays Commissioner Gordon. Now, he is fucking hilarious in this part.
Well, he's funny as hell. Did you ever see him in Harry?
I've watched.
I love Happy.
Yeah, Happy is good. No, I've watched like 2 episodes of Harley Quinn just because I wanted to see what it was about, and I did like the Jim Gordon character because he was just like he's that Jim Gordon that's just turned to like alcoholism and doesn't give a fuck, and he's done with it all.
Yeah,
character, you know.
When Gotham City falls and they basically disenfranchise it from the United States, the only thing that he grabs and wants to take away with him is the bat signal. It's Maloney. I mean, I didn't really watch much of the Law and Order stuff, but good God, man, Happy. I was like, this is right down my psychosis. This is awesome.
It's on my list.
He's a good actor.
Yes.
People don't give him enough credit because
No,
even in some of the bit parts he does, like he was in Man of Steel? He was like one of the generals or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, all his roles are good. You know, I just I'm getting tired of these like alternate universe stuff. You know, like the Batwoman series and and the politics behind pretty much all the CW DC stuff and the cartoon series that are coming out to try to like cash in on a brand name while doing their own thing. I am happy that they're doing their own thing and then it's kind of like a sideline. It's not really supposed to be like main. It's almost like an alternate universe, like the Lower Decks show. I'm not going to personally watch it, but I'm at least happy they're fucking not just doing Picard, you know, like in a cartoon form, you know, like just trying to cash in on some of the older characters. They're just using the universe, but I'm just kind of getting sick and tired of it all. You know, a lot of it's just really too heavily political and too many social issues pushed in my face, and that's why I've turned to anime because the Japanese don't give a shit.
I don't know. I've been enjoying the streaming services. Hulu's had some really good shit on. Not so much Netflix, but I mean, I'm enamored with the fact that Hulu was like, McFarlane, come over and do Orville here as long as you want.
Yep.
No,
I mean that was a good decision on them, and I don't hate Hulu for that. I'm just a lot of the modern stuff I'm just kind of sick of. I still watch some of it, like Lucifer's coming out. The last season Lucifer's coming out. I'll watch it because I liked it. And The Last Kingdom on Netflix was good. I enjoyed that. New seasons out of that, and I think there's another show coming out real soon on Netflix. That's The Boys is coming out. Second season of The Boys is coming out.
Oh yeah,
on Amazon. And I think we're getting another Stranger Things sometime this year, or supposed to. So I mean, I'm still watching some of this stuff, but I've learned to kind of take a back seat to a lot of the stuff that's in it and just ignore it.
I love the Boys, and I know. Kadant, you said you weren't really a fan of American Gods, but I thought that was entertaining.
It wasn't anything like the book.
I've never had the chance to watch American Gods. I've read the book. I wasn't a big fan of the book. Like I preferred what was the name of There was another one. It was kind of connected with American Gods. It followed Fat Charlie, I believe. Hold on.
I have not read it.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm in the middle of finishing up Weird World, which was a series that was done in like the late '80s, and then I've got Fight Club 2 on the agenda next to read.
But
Nancy Boys.
Nancy Boys?
Nancy Boys. ANANSI.
I have not heard of that.
Anansi.
Nancy. So forgive me. Because like the god was nicknamed Nancy. I immediately like pronounced it Anansi. So
it might be Anansi. I've always said Anansi, but it's no big deal.
Yeah,
if you but if you don't know anything about American Gods, but you want to see Emily Browning die with a dick in her mouth, go ahead and watch American Gods.
I've read the book, so I know exactly what scene and who she's supposed to be playing.
Wait a minute. What was the character who ate men with her vagina?
That was one of the goddesses.
That was creepy.
She was never named in the book either, I believe. It's been a bit since I've read it. So
I thought she was one of those, like, because she was a black lady, wasn't she? She was like one of the African goddesses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't know all the African gods like I know the fucking Greek gods and but that's all right. Speaking of old stuff, before I go, you might like this, guys. Especially Doc might like this. I found an old hard drive today.
Oh yeah.
And it has a lot of stuff on it from the old days, back when I was, in the military, and I was like pirating shit through like LimeWire, like stuff like that, and. Yeah, a lot of old stuff, and I, found pictures of myself younger, and I was like, I need to lose weight, and shit like that. But I did find something interesting on that hard drive that I think you might like.
Okay.
I had somehow managed to find and download the entire series, Friday the 13th.
Ooh,
Nice.
You're talking the TV show?
Yeah, the TV show that had nothing to do with Jason.
You're right.
It was Friday the 13th, but it was about a woman who inherits like an old antique shop from her uncle who died, and it's all like cursed relics and shit that the devil made. And she has to go out into the world and find all the shit that her uncle sold and try to get it back because it's like ruining people's lives.
I have that entire DVD collection sitting right in front of me right now.
I didn't even know it was on DVD. Like, the downloads straight look like VHS rips.
Oh, it's very similar here. Like, the DVD's the same.
Yeah,
it's
me and Pants watched the first episode in his Discord.
Yeah,
it's not at all been remastered, but I really like. What's weird?
That one had the Undertaker do a guest appearance, didn't it? He was like a demon from hell that was released from something.
Let me get you, Ramsey.
Right.
But what's interesting about that show is it only had the one season, right?
No, it had
or two seasons.
Let me look here. I think it's 3 or 4 seasons. Is what I'm looking at here.
Really? Oh, that's right, because it was syndicated.
I'm gonna open up the discs here. Last disc says, doesn't even say, does it? I don't know.
Well, the folder I downloaded has a lot of episodes, so I thought maybe it was one season, but was like, television seasons back then would go like 30 episodes, but maybe it's multiple seasons. But it didn't last long, is what I'm saying.
3 years, 87 to 90.
Right. Yeah. Yep. So it didn't really last long, but if you think about it, like, it's actually a really cool premise, kind of like a Needful Things meets Warehouse 13.
It was a great idea. Even though, like, they played it off like at the time it was related to Jason. I remember all the ads and stuff on TV.
Wait a minute. So you guys also remember about the same time Nightmare Cafe?
I slightly remember that.
I don't know if I remember that one.
That's the Freddy Krueger one.
No, the Freddy Krueger one was Freddy's Nightmares.
Or no, wait a minute. What was Nightmare Cafe then? It
was similar to like a Tales from the Crypt, I thought. Something like that. I can't remember, but
more of an anthology.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought I thought it had Freddy in it too.
There was an episode, I thought, of the Freddy's Nightmare thing that was in a diner. I remember that.
Yeah, because people come into the diner and then you go away with them as they do their whatever dark, scary thing that's going to happen to them. Because I remember Englund was in it.
He might have made an appearance. That's what I'm thinking.
Was he the guy running the cafe?
God, how long ago was that? Because I can't.
Oh, gotta be the late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was early '90s. I'm sure of that. But
No.
it only got like a half a season. It was like 6 or 8 episodes,
Let's see.
and then
I'm doing it.
and they're like, "Fuck it, done."
Yeah, 6
Yeah, but-
episodes, 92.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch that again because I mean, but like think about it. I think that show was good, but it came out at the wrong time. It came out in like the 80s and the like to 1990 when everybody was obsessed with like kung fu and procedural
yeah.
cop shows, and it was like if that show had been made in like the late 90s, it would have been way more successful because then everybody was kind of into supernatural stuff because of Buffy and Angel and Charmed and and it's like you ended up with shows on sci-fi like Warehouse 13 and things like that were really popular, and I just think that Friday 13th was kind of one that started it all.
They were trying to base that off like all the big horror slasher stuff, like with Freddy and Jason being the big things at the time. I remember that.
Yeah, like was it? There might have even been like maybe even a lawsuit around the whole Friday the 13th title because that was already owned, right? Friday the 13th.
I thought that was supported by New Line.
It was a Canadian broadcasting company that the show was originally from. I do remember some kind of controversy with the title before, but it wasn't. I think it was more so they don't use like a Jason image or anything like that. I think
Well,
that's a big thing.
and didn't they have to call it like a series or something?
Yeah, Friday the 13th, the series. I remember that. Yep, that's exactly what it was called.
Yeah, they had to add the series to it in order to not get sued.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, I remember enjoying it, but I remember very few of the episodes because it's been so long. So I'm kind of looking forward to plugging in this old hard drive and watching the Friday the 13th series.
I tell you what, man. You watch a couple episodes, hit me up. We'll get on and talk about it.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. Because it sounds like fun to me.
That's what I'm saying.
In between doing my new content, but yeah, man, I remember that show when I was like a kid. It's like one of the few shows that had supernatural kind of like scary stuff that my dad actually liked. Because my dad wasn't a big horror fan. My mom was, but my dad hated horror films. But he liked Friday the 13th. He thought it was really great.
It was kind of like a sci-fi feel to it as well. Definitely.
A little bit, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All I know is everybody go out and buy 7 Days. That's like one of my favorite science fictions. Until Fringe came along, that was like my favorite science fiction show.
I will have to look at that. I'm going to exit, though. It's bedtime for Ninja.
You do that, sir. Do you have anything
man.
that you would like to promote?
I'm trying to do something Saturday still. I don't know what time, but it'll be over on my channel. That's the only thing that I have planned.
Is it a birthday hot tub party?
I don't do birthday hot tub parties. We do grab a bottle of sake and join me in the fucking dojo is what we do.
No pants.
Well, I'll let you know when I watch Friday the 13th.
Hell yeah, because nobody watches that, and half the people don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, man, I need somebody that like is into this to talk about this,
Yeah.
Well, because I'm in between doing content. I also would really like to finish off the show I'm watching. So, but once I'm finished with watching what I'm watching, I'll watch Friday the 13th next.
Hell yeah. I know I'm going to get Mad Metal on his show sometime. We're going to talk some Grindhouse flicks and stuff.
Yeah. Mad Metal Man and myself got into like a 2-hour discussion about very shitty Grindhouse movies.
Oh, don't worry, Doc. I'm throwing you in on that. You don't have a choice.
I don't know if they count as Grindhouse because I think Grindhouse is specific, but I am a big fan of high fantasy exploitation films from the 70s and 80s.
I was just watching some stuff tonight, man. That was funny.
Dude, Beastmaster.
Beastmaster, hell yeah. What was the one about the wild thing, the dude in the city? What the hell was that? I can't remember. It was like a modern day Tarzan thing. Back in the 80s it was made.
Oh, I don't know that one, but
Master 2.
watch Deathstalker 1
Oh,
and 2.
fuck yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Especially the commentary on Deathstalker 2. Good
Yeah,
God, that'll
Deathstalker-
have your fucking rolling.
Deathstalker 2 had a much better script and was actually funny on purpose. The first Deathstalker was funny by accident. They were trying to do something serious and it failed. But Deathstalker 2, they were like, fuck it, let's make it a comedy.
Yeah, because they went down to like Brazil or something, and the actual production company didn't want to go down there, so they left them the fuck alone. It's like, fuck this script, we're rewriting it. We're going to put references to like Hawaii Five-0 and the Three Stooges in it.
Nice. Well, all right. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Pants.
Yeah,
Bye,
man.
Pants.
Night. I'll see y'all soon.
Later.
And good morning to Tom Leach in the chat, who's saying Season 2 is way better.
I don't know which show he's talking
Yeah,
about. So.
I guess probably Friday the 13th. They started.
No, I saw that. I saw that earlier. He might have been talking about. He might have been talking about the Harley Quinn.
They're both equal, but I tell you what, I don't know if you've watched it yet, but I've been driving Pickle fucking insane to go watch this film. Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Watched it tonight, actually.
And
fucking awesome.
there's a lot of death and destruction and gore in that fucking thing, and I'm just woof.
I did not expect that level of gore.
Yeah. That was pretty amazing. That's like, apparently Warner Brothers is like, listen, the only thing that's making us money currently is DC Animation. Bruce Timm, we're going to leave you alone. Do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm glad they did.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that one, Magog, it is fucking amazing. I know you're educated in DC characters, so.
Yeah, it's on my list. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Well, the first one that they did was good, but
not to this level.
Yeah, holy shit! There's some mind fuckery going on in that. And I don't think I'm giving away anything by saying at the end everybody dies.
Yeah, that's what I hear, and that's why I've been wanting to watch it. It's like I said, it's on a list, but I've been trying to focus. I've been trying to focus on getting more content out because I need to rebuild my treasury because I did my taxes and I got raped. So I owed $5,100 this year. So.
Oof.
Which is not as much as last year, but it still hit my bank. Pretty much emptied my bank. Actually, that's about what I had in savings. So, I was able to at least pay off my debts to old Uncle Sam, but now I've got to get back into the game and try to get more content out and make some ad money and whatever have you. So I've been doing content and live streams. Been doing these nice little 30-minute live streams in character called Ritual Madness. Mm-hmm. And they're just me kind of hanging out with the fans after I upload a video. It's kind of like an after show. So I'll do a video, but I'll stay in makeup and I'll edit the video and put it up, and then I'll do a little live stream and been talking about some funny things or just what vexes Magog or just having fun with the fans. Really, it's Ritual Madness is only 30-minute long streams. I don't want them to be long. I want them to be that short on purpose because I want people to actually watch them after the fact. I mean,
well, yeah, I haven't caught one live yet.
Yeah, people see videos that are 2 hours long. They have a tendency to skip them. So I thought maybe doing these little 30-minute shows would be kind of fun and allow me to interact with my fans and answer questions and kind of build on the lore and everything like that. So I've been having fun with that, and I'm going to start doing lore videos, and I'm going to figure out a way to kind of recoup some of my losses so I can finish Magog's Magic Shop, so I can finish building the studio. So,
well,
that's what I'm.
And honestly, you're definitely in your element, vamping, improving.
I like to improv, but I do so much of it on side quests that I was kind of weary about doing it on the main channel. But you know what? It's fine.
I like it. Like I said, never been able to catch it live, but I watched a couple.
Well, I'm sure you will eventually because I plan on pretty much doing them almost every day because they're only 30 minutes, and there's just no set time. It's whenever I upload a video, I'll do a Ritual Madness after it. So and I can't predict what that'll be because sometimes it takes me longer to do some videos than others or edit or whatever have you. So I just do them when I want. It's my fucking channel. I do what I want.
Ain't gonna tell me nothing. You don't know me.
Right? You don't know me. It's not a set schedule thing like SideQuest is. I just kind of do them. The whole purpose of that format is just hang out with the fans for half an hour. It's no big deal. You know, it's not meant to be a big serious thing. So. But anyway, I'm gonna call it, guys. I guess that can count as my shill talking about Ritual Madness and all that stuff. But I'm gonna get a nap so that I can get up at a decent time and start on a video. So
Sounds like a good thing. We appreciate you stopping by, Magog.
yeah, it's been a
thanks
while. Yeah, it's, I talked to Kadun over at Gamings, but I haven't talked to you, Doc, in a while. So I thought I'd hop in and say hi.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we've been sporadic would be a kind word.
I think sporadic is a perfect word for 2020.
I'm still waiting for aliens.
Right. Everything is cake, apparently. But anyway, you guys take it easy. Pickle, it's always nice.
Yes.
And we'll talk to you some other time.
All right.
Have a good night, McGoogles.
Have a good morning and a good nap.
Yep. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, Wizard.
Fuck off. I mean, oh my god. Is he gone?
Yeah.
No, it's always good to talk to Magog.
Yeah, it's nice. I was taking a look through all of my ad cards that I've photoshopped. Well, technically, I have not photoshopped them. I print shop pro'd them, which I still like print shop pro more. But then again, they bought Jask. Adobe bought Jask so they could take and incorporate everything from Print Shop Pro into Adobe. So, but I was looking at the changing of the guard because I've got dates on when I created all of them, right?
Right.
And it's so weird. You'll see the waves of people that we got on a regular basis, and then the moon's turned back in phase, and the tide washes out. When it washes back in, there's another bunch. We've really had some fun times, and I'll be honest with you, I miss not doing IRS. But there's so much IRL going on right now that it's like Trippy asked me a couple times to come onto his show. It's like, okay, I know that's like a 2-hour thing. I can get in, I can get out. I know. I've jumped around with Watch, and I know. I was helping out Pants for a little bit, but. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to start season 2 of Doctor on Call again. I have so many names, and I've got so many people that are willing to come on the show. At this point, but I've been completely out of touch with everybody that I would always do follow-ups and bug the shit out of people to come on the show, and I don't know. Current life has been telling me fuck you. It's not going to happen for quite a while. And I'm like, well, some of these people that I want to interview are really old and they're going to die, so I really need to get them interviewed. Fuck, I've been chasing the Kyoto brothers for 2 years. And Danny Trejo and Tim Thomerson and the dudes from Asylum, they still want to come on. And it's like, you fuckers need to figure out, because they want all 3 of their CEOs to show up. And I'm like, okay, I can't make that happen. You're the only one who can actually make that shit happen. So I'm kind of at their mercy. And yeah, I would really like to talk to Joe Bob Briggs. I think he would be an excellent and very entertaining interview. The one thing though that I always think of is because I briefly did I was on a press junket for movies, and when I walked in the room, I wanted to make sure that I asked that one question that nobody else asked. I never want to ask a question where they're rolling their eyes. It's like, oh fuck, this one again. I think it's challenging. I think it's a good time too. Wait a minute. Is there somebody in the waiting room? I have been watching Kadant. I'm a bad host. I've not been watching. Let me go ahead and pull Joker in. Good morning, Joker.
Good morning, my friend.
Okay, and yeah, Satan. Okay, I'm watching now. So if you did actually want to jump in, I would probably see you in about 15 minutes. Because I'm not only old, but I'm lazy now too. Although I did get to go to the smoke store to resupply myself for the month, and they did get back in cowtails. In the my favorite type of cowtail, they do a caramel apple cowtail.
Oh, nice.
It is delicious. I'm a fan of it. Yeah, there it is. You know what? I forgot to no context tweak this, even though I had copied it. There's the logo for Nightmare Cafe. Now, Joker, I don't have a barbecue grill anymore. I wish I did, but once we moved over to the ghetto mansion like 4 years ago, I had to leave it behind. I might start grilling again, although I just picked up an oven and a washer and a dryer. Now, admittedly, I got it for a cheap price, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to save some money to be able to get a decent barbecue grill. And plus, I got to wait for apparently the other people on the side of the duplex that have the 3 fucking Dobermans, or not Dobermans, German Shepherds that shit all over my yard. And they're going to move out at the end of the month. I don't see them cleaning all those big, huge piles of shit out of my yard, which they promised to do.
Watch some ass.
So, it's a female in charge. And it was so funny. They kept making excuses about the dogs. And I'm like, listen, here's how you solve it. When you take your dogs out for them to take shit, you stand there. You let them take the shit, and then you bring them back inside. That way you know they're shitting on your property and not mine.
or at least if they're shitting in someone else's yard, carry little sandwich bags to pick up the shit.
Well, she's too big to dig under the fence. And that's what they've done. The dogs have dug 3 different holes under the fencing.
Damn.
So yeah, I blocked one up because apparently there was a mulch bag there when I moved in. So I just rolled that fucking mulch bag over and blocked up the major hole. They literally, though, before they dug the 2 other holes, they literally chewed through the fucking chicken wire.
Jeez.
Yeah. They are German Shepherds.
And you'll be.
And one of the dogs I do actually like. But not enough to have them come over to my house every goddamn day.
Right.
Okay, here, I'll go ahead and... Wait a minute. There's got to be a picture of... Come on! Where you at? Yeah, I know that's the strawberry one. Okay, there we go. Oh, no context tweet a picture of the caramel apple. Cowtail. I have a oh wait, I had a Cowtail mug. I left it over at the ghetto mansion. Yeah. Well, I did make sure though and take my favorite mug, which is an Andre the Giant mug.
Oh, nice.
And I forgot who put it out. It wasn't WWF. But it was part of a glasses collection that they were doing. Was it Burger King? Was it McDonald's? I forget which one, but it was a drive-through. It was a fast food place. Here, I will.
Yeah.
I will post a picture of it.
I'm not much of a fan of wrestling, but out of the wrestlers, my two favorite would be Andre the Giant and Mankind.
Well, I saw him wrestle, but I never met him. And
Andre?
yeah, I never met Andre. He came in, did a gig, and right straight back out again.
He seemed like he was just a guy.
Well, by the time I saw him, he was in really bad shape.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those where when he wrestled, like literally anytime he could grab the rope and hold on to it, he did.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it in kind of a sly way. I mean, fuck, he was a veteran. I think it was when he was going around the country wrestling Ultimate Warrior. And Ultimate Warriors, yeah, I've seen him too many times. But anytime I saw that Macho Man was going to be on the card, I was fucking there. I was there.
Oh yeah.
Because he's still my favorite. Always has been, always will be. I really don't see anybody who's ever going to take the place of the weird, fucked up shit that he always did.
Or said.
Yeah. Ooh, you were in the Federation for a cup of coffee. Yeah. It's like, oh, ow. Yeah, I wish I could remember where the fuck that thing was from. Because they had a whole bunch of other ones. And this was like mid-80s? Somewhere around there. And they had like a set of like 6 glasses and then the Andre mug. But of course, Mr. Ego Hogan, he ended up apparently pitching a bitch so he could have a mug that was the same size. I'm like, Hogan, you're such a petty bitch. Although I wish I knew, because it doesn't have the name of the restaurant on it. But yeah, I remember getting that thing, and it was like a whole $2. Like the other glasses were like $1. And I'm like, okay, I will spend, instead of getting 2 glasses of other people, because I remember distinctly Mach was not on it. Oh, by the way, here's a good picture. This is Andre holding a beer can. If those of you who don't know Andre the Giant, this is how big this guy was. And I just no context tweeted that out. And of course, He's in one of my favorite kids movies of all time,
Oh,
The Princess Bride.
Anybody
want a peanut? And it's funny because they had to have a stuntman for him because he could not. He was so weak at that point. You know the part where Wesley jumps on his back and basically chokes him out. Andre couldn't do that.
Well, yeah, they also had to create like a special harness scene.
It was it was hard times. Oh yeah, that's true, Wiki. He did play Bigfoot in the $6 Million Man, which was cool. As a kid, I think that was one of my favorite shows to watch. Was $6 Million Man? Not so much Bionic Woman, because what was it? Steve Austin had his legs and an arm and an eye replaced. Whereas Jamie Summers had her legs, an arm, and her ears replaced. She had bionic ears. And yeah, I'm like, you got the short end of the stick. Bionic ear sucks compared to a bionic eye. And I remember the action figure that they put it out for the Bionic Man, because of course back then they were G.I. Joe size. They're what, like 10-inch figures?
Yeah.
You could look through the back of Steve Austin's head.
Yeah.
And it had the zoom in for the eyeball. And of course, anytime you do that, you have to do the.
Well, yeah. Mandatory.
Kadunti, are you still with us?
Yes.
Are you fading?
A little.
Okay.
It's more just my head is dropping.
I'm sorry. I can't help it every time I hear the word throb.
Oh.
They did a porno movie, right, with John Holmes and Tom Byron, and the title of the movie was The Adventures of Dick Man and Throbbin. Yeah, I guess they tried. I guess that's one of the first superhero movies. Because they did it in like the early 70s. Wiki saying the Bionic Cadet.
The Bionic Me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when they tried to reboot Bionic Woman. That was a failure.
Mhm.
Should I talk about the fact that I did get a kitty pillow?
Yes, you talk about the fact that you got a kitty pillow, and I won't talk about the fact that I am currently eyeballing Wish.com.
Uh-oh. What
Uh-oh.
are you looking at? Stiff and
Ask-
things.
Hold on. Let me just take a screenshot for you.
Okay, you're gonna put it in the general?
Yes, as soon as I edit my personal information out of it.
That would be a smart idea.
Sometimes I have those. Not often, just every once in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what this deal's gonna be once I remove. I mean, I'm still gonna use the whole the whole Doc Griffin gimmick. I mean, I just got a Saints jersey that was personally made for me with my special number on it. I almost got 69, but there's a big story about that. Well, it's not a really big store. When I worked security, we all had call signs. S25 and S31. I ended up with S69. And 69 just, I'm old now, so I dropped it down. I mean, I still have I'm still in the 60s, but yeah.
Actually, I'm going to no context tweet it.
You are you?
I am. I figured I haven't done one in a while. So, this will be my no context tweet of the night that I saw on Wish that actually had me click. Mind you, this is just one of those things that's been coming. Me losing my will and just like giving it and being like, okay, let's just go and look at Wish. I did not sign up or anything yet, but I mean, with that price, that looked really awesome. I'm just like, it reminds me almost of like Pickle's mask.
Okay.
I actually got one.
Yeah. But like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, $2? I'd pay $2 for that. Shit, why not?
Right?
Okay, I have this shirt coming from Wish. I've shown this one to you guys, but there's
Okay.
the Let's Start a Cult shirt.
Oh.
Activities for children. I love it because it looks like one of those educational scholastic books that I saw in the 70s all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. I still like the. There's too many things on Wish that I've seen that I'm just like, oh, but I could. No, but I shouldn't. I probably can't really, but I want to. Fucking Wish ads.
I think I got I think I picked that one up, the Go Fuck Yourself tank for you. I'm not real sure.
What is that noise? Oh my god.
It's a train pulling into the tracks.
What?
Right.
So what?
It's a tank. It's a tank. It's a train pulling into the track.
Thomas the Terrible Tank Engine.
I mean, it's not that bad.
I have earbuds in, like, so I just hear that high pitched like noise right in my ear.
Did you know context already?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my. Which one are you getting?
I'm not getting any of them because I will hold strong. Plus, I got a thing that I'm doing, so I can't really be spending like what extra money I have. Honestly, though, I would get all of them. I think they all look cool.
Geez, I didn't know Grant Imahara was that old. He was almost 50. The guy from Mythbusters, he died of a brain aneurysm.
Oh.
One guy died of a brain aneurysm, and the other guy, well, there are some things that has popped up about that guy.
I mean, honestly, I never really watched MythBusters, but sad for all y'all.
Oh, I used to love watching that as a kid.
But I'm going to show you the initial thing. I'm going to, let me correct myself. I'm going to no context tweet the initial thing that I saw from the Wish ad.
Okay.
And it's giggle worthy. On top of that, it did get me to scroll through out of curiosity. So, no context tweet. Way.
Ooh,
Edit that right. Okay, I did. Thank God.
It's a nice nutsack, I guess.
It's entertaining.
wait a minute.
And then right next to it, sex toys.
The thing that frightens me is that it comes in colors. I'm
So do
not
I.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Oh, Pickle, my mind went to a completely racist area of that.
Ah.
It comes in colors. So do I. I'm a terrible person, okay?
You know what? This
If we haven't
I'm okay with this feigning ignorance thing. I'm good with it.
okay.
Oh fuck. I just need to go buy a tank of nitrous and just have it sitting here and take hits off of it, like a Turkish hookah.
Uh-huh.
Somebody was giving me shit about whippets. Oh, they're gonna hurt you, and the guy who was saying it was a fucking coke fiend. I'm like, you really need to shut up.
I bet I know who you're talking about.
I bet you do too. You know what the worst part of it is? I got a liquor cabinet filled with booze, and I just might have some herbal remedies as well. But here I am loading whippets. Odd, you say? Strange, perhaps?
Mm-hmm.
It's not an embarrassing thing. Ugh. Oh wait, Cadet went completely dark.
Oh no! Was there humor?
Today, yeah.
That was natural.
She is au natural when it comes to that.
Hey, I can get a ghillie suit for $46 on
Wish?
Wish. I mean, I have no use for a ghillie suit,
But if you needed it, Wish has it for you.
yeah.
Pickle walking around with a ghillie suit and a pickle mask. Yes.
No. I make custom masks, thank you.
I don't make much of anything anymore. I don't even make a mess, man. With just me living with myself, it's like, okay, dinner's done. Walk it over, clean the plate, clean the silverware, put it away. I'm a clean guy.
Well, I mean, I've made 2 custom masks, but that's about it. But I wouldn't mind making more. I just gotta find shit to customize that I like.
I remember Nursey was into trying to make masks, so I bought her a whole bunch of blanks, and she never made a single one.
It all depends on what kind of masks you're making and shit. Like the one I use as a face mask from time to time is that was a paintball mask that I customized.
Oh,
Ugh, what?
I'm in the middle of a boing.
English doc.
I said I'm in the middle of the boing.
For those who don't understand, he's high as fuck right now.
I understood it. I just wanted to see him try to explain it.
Man, trying to get a person that's high to explain their highness is like getting a drunk to explain their drunkenness.
Yeah.
Euphoria has no explanation.
By the way, I'm getting these. Well, I got a barrage of fucking emails from Patreon going, you need to alter your tax statement. You need to alter the way that you show taxation. And it's like, wait a minute.
Man, I ain't gotta do shit.
It's like, I'm the one out turning tricks, and you guys are telling me that I gotta pay taxes for your benefit at this point, because I'm sure that Streamlabs is or it's not Streamlabs, but I'm sure that Patreon is in no way calculating any of the taxation they get from the shit that they take from the hundreds of thousands of people that are signed up with them. So they can suck a metaphorical or otherwise dick. I'm not filling any of that shit out. It's just, nah,
Uh-huh.
Oh, we did actually lose Kadunti there for a moment.
Oh
Um,
no.
I mean, just because I'm just making sounds while I try to roll myself another cigarette. Because, yes. That's what happens. I mean, I wanted to ask to see if she wanted to, because it's not that I'm out of Tales from the Crypt. Although I will say right up front that I have forgotten what I've talked about, so I try not to be repetitive. And yeah, Kadunti says that she's going to bounce because her headache is getting worse.
Oh, bummer.
So let me just respond to her very quickly. Meh. There we go.
Meh.
One-handed typing. And not for constructive one-handed typing like you may assume. I think I might have mentioned this on Trippies, but somebody sent me a link to a porn site, which was nothing but ass eating.
You did bring that up, yeah.
It was not. It was not Shisa video. It was just people eating other people's asses.
It's okay. It's okay, Doc. If we understand you enjoyed it multiple times.
No, I look like the fucking RCA dog, man. My head cocked, just not understanding. It's just like apparently there's a fetish out there where women fart on guys.
Yep.
And that's sexy.
I
Shoot,
guess.
there's people out there that think girls farting on cakes is sexy.
Well, yeah, but technically that was made up. That came from, what was it, Better Call Saul? Yeah. But they made that fetish up. But now, apparently, it's gained traction. He's very weird. Hey, Kadunti.
I thought she left.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
Okay, so, what time is it?
Chill, bitches.
Oh.
Okay, we went bottom to top last time, so top to bottom. Joker, start us off, please.
This has been the Full Metal Joker. If you enjoy everything that went on here, feel free to give this man a like and possibly a subscribe. When you're done with that, hop on over to my channel. It's under my real name, BRYONKING. And if you like what you see, feel free to give me a like and possibly a subscribe. Thank you, and I'll talk to you guys later.
Mm-hmm.
And good morning to Sir Adamantine in the chat. Pickle!
Addy!
Hi, Father Adamantine. And I'm the Full Metal Pickle. You can find me over at the Full Metal Pickle channel, where Tuesdays I sometimes talk about music. I think tomorrow I'm going to talk about anime intros because it's something I felt like talking about. And then on Wednesday and Thursday nights I do Nocturnal Transmissions, your midweek pre-IRS destination, where I fuck around with games and bullshit and whatnot. Yeah.
Game fuckery is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kadun, do you have anything that you would like to show?
I am the Full Metal Pickle from the... I used to do it so good, and now I don't anymore. But you know what, Pickle? I will show a little something. Because he is the Full Metal Pickle from the Full Metal Pickle channel, and he has a TeePublic store. That's fucking right. Full Metal Pickle's TeePublic store, where you can buy one of a variety of different designs that can show you praising the Gherkin and getting good down and briny. So stop by Full Metal Pickle's TeePublic store, bitches.
You worked in the word briny. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I just deal with it, yo.
Well, as for myself, all the links are down there in the descriptor. Not only mine, but Kadun's as well. And I think, do I still have the? I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while. Yeah, I still got the Queensboro one there. Those are the makers of the hats. So if you're looking for some fine embroideries, go check them out. And
you should also.
What? Huh?
I was gonna say you should also check out the finest in Insomniac Ramble Stream merchandise.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even going to deal with those fuckers until they get back to that 35% off again, which they promised that they would do this month. Or, excuse me, they promised they would do it at the end of last month and just said, no, we're not going to do it.
Well, Doc Griffin also has a TeePublic store. That's right, Doc Griffin's TeePublic store, featuring over 32 different designs. So stop by Doc Griffin's TeePublic store and buy something when they have a 35% off sale, damn it.
Very nice. and with that, I would like to thank everybody who is on the show this evening. That includes the Pants Ninja, the Full Metal Pickle, Watch, Magog of Morscar, and of course, Full Metal Joker. But that's only half the cast. The other half is you. That's right, I'm pointing at you in the chat. You help to keep things lively and keep the conversation flowing, and we certainly appreciate you for that. So, from my mystical, magical, malevolent, magnificent, maleficent, ultimately mortal co-host, Godot, and myself, Doc Griffin. Thanks, everybody, for stopping out this evening. And if you would please just do me one simple favor. Leave the money on the dresser. Bye. What, no call the herd this time?
Call the herd this time.